Hey, good evening, Joy. Thanks a lot for joining us. Welcome to my channel. Can we start with a short introduction from you?
Okay, yeah. So my name is Joy Nwaiwu, and I'm currently based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. I am an environmental biologist by profession and a technical writer by career. I had my first degree in animal and environmental biology from the University of Port Harcourt, and from then on, I got interest in tech, and I started coding and started writing along the way, and currently I work as a technical writer at Turing.
Wow. So you started with biology and then now you're hardcore techie. What? That's great.
Yeah,
How did you manage the switch? It's very difficult for a lot of people.
yeah. If you say so, but I think the most important thing lies in your interest and what you're passionate about. I think if you have an interest in something, then you should have enough zeal to go for it and to push further in that aspect.
Oh, I saw you have been working as a technical writer. You also have some content on Hashnode and you have a good content on your LinkedIn profile. So how did you
Yeah.
like? Did you do some training for these blogs, or because the quality of your posts is really nice? Very few people can do that. So, did you go through some formal training for it, or it was just your liking that gives you these blogs?
Um, Up until now, I wouldn't say I've gone to any specific formal training for writing. Looking back, I kind of think I've always had it in me to write because, growing up, we keep these, little diaries and, post-its here and there, but I never really took it serious that I actually had an interest in writing. I basically just write then for fun or just, putting down my thoughts and all of that. But firstly, it was transitioning into tech from my biology degree, from my biological degree, because I developed that interest in school. In That was where I got interest to, I was just fascinated by all things tech. And I never for once saw myself being a writer, landing a role as a writer, because I was thinking I was, going to become probably like a software developer and push through from there. But in one of the boot camps I attended, which was a mentoring program by She Could Africa, part of the requirement there was that we write alongside the boot camp. So that was where I actually started my first formal writing started. And since then, I just saw it as a way to document my learning process, just basically put down my thoughts. And there's this thing they say, when you teach someone, you learn twice. So it was just like a win-win situation for me. So that was where I started writing. And I've just practice makes perfect. So I've just been writing continuously since then, and I wouldn't say I've had any formal training for that so far.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So, are these topics your own, or someone gives you these topics? How does it work? Like for the content developer, or are these just your
Okay.
own topics?
For the ones I put on my blog, they are basically things I feel like writing about. Probably something I had learned somewhere or something I feel like sharing. Like I just feel like putting it out there, and I write about it. But for what I do at where I work, it's topics that are given to me to write. Yeah.
Okay. And so, how do you connect with these people who tell you to write and then pay you for it? So, how does that business work?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Like, you're also doing content writing on a professional level where you write for somebody.
Yeah.
So, how does that deal work? Like, do they approach you, or do you have your profile on some freelancing sites, or how does that work? How do people find you, and how?
Okay. So currently I'm in a full-time role, but previously before I landed this opportunity, I was basically in a couple of groups, writing groups, and there you just, get to sell yourself, put out your portfolio and all that. I never really registered in any freelancing platform, say Upwork or Fiverr. No, I've just been a community person. I just get to share my articles in communities that I belong to, and from there I able to get opportunities.
Okay, that's nice. So you have been getting these opportunities because of the content of because the content and the quality of content that you make. So you have been getting more and more inputs. Nice. And
Yeah.
I've seen you have worked on various roles, like as a project manager and as a backend developer in a very short span. You have covered a lot of roles. How did you
Yeah.
manage that? Yes.
Okay. For the product program manager role, I that was in school. In school, I was a member of, like I said, I'm a community person. I used to engage in a lot of extracurricular activities, communities, and organizations while in school. So one of them was ISEC, and there I led a team, the team that had to do with our incoming global exchanges, basically like the programs we run there at ISEC, because ISEC is a non-profit organization, international organizations where you get local and international volunteers working on projects that are aligned to the SDGs. So I was leading one of the functions that managed the project. And there I just had to coordinate between the international local volunteers and, work on ensuring that these projects are delivered successfully. And so that was my first touch point with program management, and I've also done that too in She Code Africa. That was also a volunteering opportunity, and for the back end internship or role that I did, that was sometime last year when I was still trying to find my roots and getting started in the whole tech space. So I got an internship with a company to, learn more about software engineering, and there I had the opportunity to work with Golang.
Okay. You have also done something on as a head of training on Team Code.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. That was would I say like my first role, my first paid opportunity. So
okay,
after a while, I after transitioning into tech from my biological career, um, I got that opportunity. So there, what we did was I was basically a tech instructor, and we have it's a company that's a an ed tech company. They have tech programs for kids. So basically, I was just instructing kids on getting kids introduced into tech, some of these softwares like Scratch, Kodu, Constructs, and basic ICT skills. So that was what I was doing there. And a while further into my role there, I transitioned into head of training, and what I was basically doing there was coordinating trainings for like the new joiners and ensuring that everyone in the organization is kept up to speed, and everyone is um, updated on trends and happenings, softwares we're using in the company. Yeah.
okay. So your first role itself was as a head of training. Oh,
No, it was a tech instructor. I was a tech instructor, and then I um,
moved over
transitioned
to.
into the head of training. Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. I've very few people that make so many changes and do so well in such a short time because most of us start as a software developer and are a software developer for next 10 years. You have done a lot in just a small time. It's nice.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
how do you plan? What do you see 5 years down the line? What do you have any plans of your own startup or some products in your mind? How do you see yourself?
Yeah, having a startup someday, it won't be totally a bad idea. Yeah, of course, it'll be very great. So because I'm someone who is passionate about using solving problems with tech, and but currently I'm looking to further my knowledge both as a writer and you know if also there's a future for me in software development because I haven't really been coding actively for a while now. I've mostly been focused on writing, so I hope to gain more get more professional in this space, take up more courses, further my education, and yeah, I'm pretty sure the future holds a lot for me.
Okay. So how many posts do you write per week or so? Like, is it one every day or even more than that?
Previously I used to keep up to say 3 to 4 a month, or as the case may be, because but recently I've had like a lot of distractions. I've had like a lot of engagements that have kept me away from writing for a while. I haven't really put out a lot of content recently on my blog because I've been trying to navigate a lot of things in my space personally and otherwise. So, but previously I used to maintain a consistency of maybe 3 to 4 a month, and I think I really say consistency is good because when you you know leave out writing for a while, it seems as though you've lost touch points of you know
Mm.
um, things you've been doing, and it's like it's not really flowing. But I mean, once you pick it up, it just comes naturally once again.
Okay. Initially, when you started writing, I'm sure you did not get a good content right in the beginning. You had some failures. How many days did it take to mature into a good writer, good content developer?
Okay, so I wouldn't say it's something I can actually quantify into days or months or something like that, but there was a period, maybe sometime last year or more, that I felt like I don't know, maybe this imposter syndrome, I think it hit me really hard because I felt like starting out, I had this feeling that something that you've written has already been put out, so what's the point putting out that same content or something similar. And I just felt kind of overwhelmed. I didn't feel authentic enough. I had this a lot of challenge that I wasn't good enough. There were lots of um, more proficient writers out there, and it was just very discouraging, a very discouraging point for me at that time. Something that helped me a lot was having a support system, and some of these communities I belong to. Um, I'm a member of Not Enough Writers, and that's just a community of writers from different niches: tech writers, B2B content, B2C, and all of that. People from writing on different kinds of areas. They are like they are just in their platform, and I got a lot of support from them and also from the community at She Code Africa, friends also that I have in the tech space and all the way. I spoke to a lot of people, and these were the things that helped me to come back and just picking up the pieces from where I left up, and building up that consistency rather of putting out content regularly, and just not seeing it as a means to maybe like make money at that time, or get maybe popular or something. It was just basically about me putting content, documenting my journey, and just doing something I enjoy. Yeah.
Okay. You said something about not enough writers. What community is that? I've not heard about it.
Yeah, that's just a community of writers. It's a pretty recent community. It was founded by two passionate writers, Dozie A. They're Nigerians, and what they just do is just bring in, we have like monthly sessions, like fireside chats, where we have maybe experienced people come to talk about different aspects of content, and it's just a community that helps to support each other, writers in the space, and
Okay.
it's a really good platform. Yeah.
Okay, it's local to Nigeria or can others join?
No, no, no. It's not. It's not local. I mean, it's just we have like a Telegram community that anyone,
Oh,
you can just fill out a form and join the community. Yeah,
oh, wow. I'll try that. I'll join. I'm looking for
yeah,
community
sure.
of writers. Um, that should be
Okay,
nice. Yeah,
yeah. I could share the link with you after this.
definitely. That would be great. And you have also done something on Turing.com. That's a freelancer site, or what is that? Yes.
So Turing is a platform, a company that connects remote developers to top US companies. And
Okay.
currently, I work there as a technical content writer.
Okay. That's nice. I had uh, I'd got some mails from them. I ignored that. I didn't know it's a good community. Yes.
No,
I'll
no,
try it
it's
again.
really good. I mean, yeah, yeah, you should try it out. Like we have developers from across continents, who are vetted, and they connect
Mhm.
them to top hiring companies in the US, and they get to work remotely, and it's really good for career growth, the benefits and all.
Okay. Yeah. Must be interesting. So,
Yeah, it
when you
is.
look back at your journey as a writer or as a technical, do you feel that something that you did that really made a difference to you and helped you propel your career? Can you name one thing that you did, one or two?
Okay, so something that has really helped me a lot was reading and research. So, I mean, yeah, naturally, I love to read. I love to read books, but writing is a process. Writing is a process. It takes time. You don't just wake up and then you just jumble up a few words together and put them out there.
Mhm.
For you to write, you need to be putting out credible, unique content. You not just copy and paste from somewhere, or just writing things that are not authentic. So something that really helped me is reading a lot and doing a lot of research. This has really helped me as a writer to grow and to evolve. Yeah.
Okay. And on the other, like something that you feel has troubled you and you would like to avoid it. You feel that
Something
I
that
should
has
not. You something that you feel was a mistake in your career. Something that you can tell people avoid doing this, or
okay.
nothing
I
specific.
think, yeah, I would say it will be like comparing myself. So maybe at the time when I started initially, I used to follow a lot of writers, and I still do. So I'll probably maybe put out a blog post or something, and I'll compare that with one of the top writers that I love to follow, and I'll be like, okay, this is not quality enough. This is nowhere compared to what this person
Mhm.
have written, and that would make me to feel down. That would make me to feel like say like I'm not worth it, I'm not supposed to be putting this out there. And I feel like that's something I should never have done. It's something that should never have even crossed my mind, to compare my articles or what I've written to between someone else's that who is more professional in the field. Because like I said earlier, writing is a process, and just like with every career, it's something that takes time. You don't just, it's not, in as much as it might come natural to you, it won't just be as smooth as you expect it to be. Sometimes you have to put in that extra effort. And for me, who was transitioning from a different background entirely, I think I had to put in more effort. I had to put in the work to be able to scale in this field. So I would say that for people who are coming up, or trying to get into this space, something you should never do is to compare yourself with someone. I think you could also use that as a strength, as a leverage, thereby using those articles to learn, to improve on your mistakes, rather than just comparing it to what you have written or yourself in general.
Okay. Yeah, that's the point. Like we often feel bad that my content is not as viral as that content. So you, you should not get let down by that.
Yes.
So as of now, how many followers do you have on all your blogs and everything put together?
I don't have a lot. I think it's it's less than 50 because like I said last time, it's been a while I put out content
Okay,
there, so I really don't expect people to be following. I haven't
okay,
had much traction over the past few months because I haven't put out a lot of
okay.
content there recently.
Most of the content you develop now is for someone else. So I guess that doesn't go
Yes,
in your
yes,
name.
yes,
Okay,
exactly.
yeah, that's nice. Okay, final question. Like, suppose a fresh graduate or a college student comes to you and asks for advice. How would you give them career tips? What are the tips that you would say would help them make a better career?
Tips in writing.
Yeah, everything. Any tips for developing a good career?
Okay. So something I'd say. I think something I'd say would be for you to try to be consistent in what you're doing. um, Try to maintain a good consistency, and in the sense that so for me, I know that this is something I'm also trying to work on myself. The fact that I have not really put out a lot of personal content like on my blog. I have mostly been focused on other things. It's a let's say a little bit of a challenge for me, and it's not advisable. So it's really good for you to be able to create that community for yourself, putting out content regularly and consistency, because that builds you, it helps you build your career. It helps you to um, get better, to improve on yourself, to grow your brand as a content creator, or yeah, as a content creator. Also, another thing I'd say is to do a lot of research. Yeah, so it's not really good that you put out content that is not quality enough. It's not good that you put out content that um it will make someone want to come back to your blog a second time to take up to read your article. So it's really good that you put in that effort, not just writing just to gain followers or to gain um you know viewership. It's good that you put out things that are actually quality, things that would bring back people come to bring back people to your blog or whatever site you're using as your platform. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. You have given a good uh, overview of what you have been doing so far. I'm sure I'll tell you again that you have had a very dynamic career. Very few people achieve so much in such a short time. It's really commendable. Like writing as a career is very rare. A lot of people want to do it, but they are not able to do it. They don't find the right inputs. You have done a great job there, and you're sharing your experience with that. That's a very nice thing. It was really nice having you here. I'm sure our audience will benefit from your insights. Thanks a lot for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so good. It was really nice speaking with you and sharing my knowledge.